Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Hey Stand Taller with your host Linda O'Nia. Thank you for being here today. If you don't already know, my name is Linda and I have a brand called Stand Tall Jeans. It's a denim line for tall women standing at 5'9" and up. Yes, we do serve the tall girls. But today we are not talking about denim or jeans. We are talking about pivot. Have you heard of that before? Pivot. Stay tuned. There was a time when I thought I had it all figured out. I was chasing titles, the paychecks, and everything that looked good on paper. You couldn't tell me nothing, okay? However, what I was really running away from was asking myself the true question. Who am I? Without the accolades, without everything that looks good on paper, who am I? And what do I actually want? This episode is about shedding the fear of letting go. What does the word pivot mean to you? I know what it means to me because I have gone through cycles and seasons of pivots, if you will, in my life, some more defining than others. So I kind of wanted to talk about it today because I'm in the middle of a pivot moment myself. Let me explain. Seriously? I'm in the middle of filming.
Am I in the video?
You sure are. Say hi, everybody.
Hi! Oh my God! Stand tallers!
That's what's up. That's my girl, my twin. Okay, back to our conversation. Pivots. I want to start by reading a definition of pivot for you. Here's what that looks like. And this is pivot as it pertains to life. In life, a pivot means making a significant change or shift in direction, similar to how a dancer pivots on their foot to change direction. It's about adapting to new circumstances, pursuing new goals, or finding a new path when the old one no longer feels right or is no longer serving you. Let me read that last part again. Pursuing new goals or finding a new path when the old one no longer feels right or is no longer serving you. I felt that part. So here's what pivot means to me as it pertains to what's going on in my life right now. Transitions, that's kind of how I would put it as well, because if you followed our page on Instagram at Stand Tall Jeans Official and at Hey_Stand Tallers, I've shared, especially on our Stand Tall Jeans page, a little bit about my journey into this season of my life right now. For the past 15 plus years prior, I was in banking and treasury services, and that served me very well. I loved what I did. I enjoyed the different ways that I grew in my career. And more recently, I had to transition. When I say had to, that's okay. I kind of got emotional there a little bit because I'm living life with more intention than I've ever lived before. It's scary, it's exciting, it's new, and it feels so good. It feels so good. I had a spiel prepared, and it involved a lot of words to describe how I transitioned from banking and treasury services into what I'm doing today. And what I'm doing today, I don't like to put it in a box per se, because if you watched my first video, and I hope you get to check it out, our season 1, episode 1 video, I talked a little bit about the different facets of ourselves that I want to explore. And I hope you'll come on that journey with me. And I'm hoping there's other people out there who are on this self-discovery journey to experience life with intention and want to explore all the different facets of their lives like I do. I used to be in banking and treasury services, and I enjoyed every aspect of that life. I mean, I had my different goals that I wanted to achieve, which I was very humbled and blessed to achieve. I had the career that I thought I wanted and at the time dreamed of, and was very blessed to get to. um Gosh, this is a hard one. I had small goals that I set for myself. I wanted to reach a certain level or reach a certain title in my career, and I did. I wanted to achieve certain goals within the banking world in the capacity that I was serving at the time, and I did. I had a certain paycheck range that I wanted to make in mind, and I did. On paper, it looked so good. I had no reason to step away from that. I mean, to even make it more touching, my dad used to be a banker. He's now passed away. Huge impact on my life this man had. And I had a mug from the bank that I was at, and he would always use this mug to have his morning coffee, his tea, whatever, water, whatever he had to drink, he wanted to use this particular cup or this particular mug that was branded. And that was so touching to me to find that he was proud of me in that regard. And so it even made it harder to think about even transitioning. And another moment, I walked into my job once and actually felt like I was inhabiting somebody else's blessing. Like I was taking space in someone else's path, and I had to like remove myself from that space because I was literally blocking someone else's blessing from happening. It was such a strong feeling for me that I had to pay attention. And so I was like, okay, let me move from that position into a different position within the bank or something to that effect. Just I still need a job, right? And this was like the beginning rumblings of what I now know was my pivot moment. It happened in stages. It wasn't like one full, like, it wasn't a snap. It wasn't like an immediate situation. It was more of a gradual growth thing. And I was here for it. I leaned into that. I didn't want to not pay attention to the signals, if you will. I mean, even to the point that even another coworker had asked me, what is it that I wanted out of my career, my job at the time? And I was like, I wanted all the different parts of my life to align because it felt so discombobulated at the time. I wanted to be in alignment with self. I couldn't deny the journey. I couldn't deny the pivot that was coming. This is something that only you can understand because everyone is on a different journey. They're all on different trajectories of their paths. You can't generalize it, if you will. Wow, this one's hard because it's almost like I'm reliving all those moments that have culminated to this moment that I'm in today, or in this season of life that I'm in today. I didn't realize how much tension there was in trying to almost battle with myself to make that jump, to make that pivot. I was scared, still scared sometimes if I'm being honest, and I didn't know what was on the other side. I wasn't trying to be in a hurry to get there. I wanted to enjoy the journey and I wanted to be intentional. So after leaving the corporate world, I was like, what next? And I'd already started this, putting the pieces together to build my brand, Stand Tall Jeans. And I said, let me give myself a breather, take a beat. And this is a hard one, y'all. It's very emotional. And also because I guess it's in real time and I'm processing it in real time. I'm living through it. I'm not like, oh, we're on the other side. This is what I got from it. I'm being as raw and transparent as I possibly can because that's what this channel is about, for us to share the journey. Okay? So bear with me as I try to get the words out here. I wanted to redefine what success looked like for me. I wanted to be authentic and live an authentic life and not hold back. And so I'm still on that journey, as I said, right? So in leaving corporate America, I jumped into building my brand. And in building my brand, that's taking me on a roller coaster of emotions, all the highs and lows that come with running and starting a business. that is as exciting and it's stressful. And it's a good place though. I won't deny the battles that come with that, the scars that come with that, but also the joys and the highs that come with that, because at the end of the day, I'm paying attention to what our ultimate goal is in doing what I'm doing now, which is to serve the tall women that I'm blessed to come across everywhere. And so I won't take that for granted. I don't take that for granted. And it's the struggle within to try to pivot. Just speaking from my own experience, I wasn't sure when I should pivot. Like, should I do it now? Would I lose the security of my paycheck that was very good and steady? All of these things run through your mind. What does the future hold? Will I start a brand and I fall flat on my face? Or all the thoughts come through. But at the end of the day, you cannot deny, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't deny your conviction. You can't deny your conviction. This one didn't let me rest. So I had to pay attention. And I started to put things in place in order to make that transition as seamless as I possibly could. I gave myself permission and grace to just be and take one step at a time, one day at a time. I gave myself permission to move forward. I gave myself permission and grace to fail, to start over, and just take one step at a time into the direction of where I wanted to go to. And of course, that's with starting my brand, Stand Tall Jeans, etc. But that change was hard. That change was hard. But it was so right. Because the purpose to which I was going towards was bigger than myself.